थोड़ा ध्यान दें, वो भी इसके पूरी तरीके से समर्थन में खड़े हुए हैं। आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
श्री भर्तृहरि मेहताब जी।
I stand here to support.
जी
I stand here
प्लीज
to
गो
support the bill.
अपनी सीट पर जाइए, आपको अवसर दिया गया था बोलने का। प्लीज नो जी।
And of course, not only for our country, but also for the whole world. Yesterday, you remember that when this bill was taken up for consideration, the minister, with an open heart, had stated that because most of the opposition seats are vacant, I would like to have a discussion where opposition also take part in the deliberation, and without opposition's participation, passing of a bill is not the intent of the government. That is the reason why the bill was deferred and it has been taken up today. But I am sorry to see that opposition members are still on the well and they are not considering to listen to what other members are saying. As I was saying, Antarctica is the white continent of the world, and it is the 5th largest continent of our earth. It has very inclement weather, and as the minister had very rightly said, that it goes up to -10 to -30 degree during winter, and at times during summer, certain parts also are fully covered under ice. Antarctica has around 14 million square kilometers and is known to be the 5th largest continent. 90% of the geographical area is covered by ice, which is about 1.6 kilometers thick. 90% of the total ice of the earth is found in Antarctica. As it is completely covered with ice, it is also called the white continent. Sir, I would also like to mention here that it has a short history of last 140 years. For a long time, Antarctica represented the last great frontier of human exploitation. Ships first explored the boundaries of white continent on sea voyages. By the beginning of the 20th century, some were beginning to venture into Antarctica's unforgiving climate. Before long, the race to the South Pole, as it was stated, key competitors included some of the history's great explorers: Roald Amundsen, Robert Falcon Scott, Edward Adrian Wilson, and Ernest Shackleton all competed in the race to the South Pole. Roald Amundsen expedition team became the first to reach the South Pole on 15th December 1911, and this team was the first to return back hale and hearty to the civilized world. Sir, I would like to mention here the Antarctica ice sheet is the single largest piece of the ice on Earth. The ice increases from about 3 million square kilometers at the end of the summer to around 19 square kilometers in winter. As my predecessor speaker was mentioning about global warming, this is an instance which we should all be aware of. Small island countries in Pacific and also in Indian Ocean are in great danger if the ice of the South Pole melts. The ice of the Antarctica is of great wealth for the whole human kind. Sir, Antarctica is also home to a number of mountain summits with altitudes of more than 4,500 meters. The Trans-Antarctic Mountains divide the continent into eastern and western regions. Under the ice sheet is a giant peninsula and archipelago of mountainous islands known as Lesser Antarctica or West Antarctica. East Antarctica is composed of older, igneous and metamorphic rocks. West Antarctica is made up of younger, volcanic and sedimentary rocks. Antarctica is considered a desert, the largest desert on Earth. In fact, it is the coldest, wildest and driest of the 7 continents. Here I would like to mention, sir, the surrounding Southern Ocean, however, is one of the most biological diverse marine areas on the planet. The upwelling that occurs here allows plankton and algae to flourish. This in turn attracts an abundance of fish, which creates the perfect feeding ground to the larger fish and marine mammals. Blue, fin, humpback, mink and sperm whales are abundant in our Antarctica. Antarctica is home to several seal species, including leopard seals, one of the most aggressive of all marine predators. This 400 kg apex predator feeds mostly on penguin and fish. This is the natural habitat of Antarctica. And to protect this habitation, it is necessary that we also become a part to the United Nations agreement, of which the Minister has just now mentioned. Sir,
Please.
This bill aims at promoting Antarctica as a natural reserve that is devoted to science and peace, and to ensure that the Antarctica does not become the scene of international discord. And that is the basic purpose for which this bill is being introduced. And I believe, cutting across party line, everybody should support this bill. India maintains 2 research stations in Antarctica, Maitri since 1989 and Bharati since 2012, and has launched 41 expeditions to the continent so far. The Antarctica Treaty that was signed in Washington, D.C. on the first day of December 1989. India signed the Antarctica Treaty on 19th August 1983 and received consultative status and on the 12th September 1983. The treaty covers the area south of 60-degree latitude. 27 countries, of which some names have already been mentioned by the Minister. Sir, there is a need for the law. There is a need for the law. While India has been sending expeditions to Antarctica for the last 40 years, these expeditions have been circumscribed by international law. The bill now puts into place a comprehensive list of regulations related to Antarctica, for which scientific expeditions as well as for individuals, companies and tourists. Sir, this reminds me of what the DRDO has done. The bio-toilets that are being used in most of the trains today actually was explored by our scientists in DRDO, which was put into experiment in Antarctica. So that is the direct effect which the scientific exploration has made. And it is necessary, sir. And as I need not go into the key features of the bill, but here I would like to mention, sir, this is a necessity not only for our country, but also for the whole world. We become a part of the greater brotherhood of international brotherhood, and therefore I believe that everybody should support this bill wholeheartedly. Thank you, sir.
अधीर जी, मैं देखिए पुनः एक बार, प्लीज, योर लीडर इज टॉकिंग.